Hello once again, viewers of TK Solutions TV. My name is TK. I'm the host. I'm back in studio today. I'm with Tuso Pala. As usual, he's the friend of the show. We'll call him now and then just to get his view on how the league is going. And today we just want to talk about the big upcoming game. But I think before I'm gonna mention which game we're gonna talk about, I'll allow him to greet the viewers. Tuso.
Sure, Mr. TK. Thanks for having me, and thanks to the viewers of the TK show.
Hey, Tada. Tuso Ntwana, the league have started so far. I think we've seen 2 games of each team. We have an idea more or less of what's happening. But I want us to talk about the big game that is coming on Saturday, which is Chiefs visiting Mamelodi Sundowns at Loftus. Based on what you've seen so far on the 2 games, what do you think is going to happen over the weekend?
Yeah, obviously, a big game doesn't depend on form, first of all. So a team that comes from a lose or comes from a win, I think that doesn't count with anything. But as I said before the league even started, that I'm giving it to Sundowns, even though they lost. But I still think they're capable of bouncing back. I think they were outplayed on the day. I think they were playing a team that wanted more. So them, I think it's a wake-up call for them, especially them getting it early in the league. It's a good thing. Sometimes losing sometimes helps for a team. So, going to the weekend, I saw Chiefs play, and also Sundowns playing. I still think Sundowns are a superior team this season. It will be up to Chiefs if they will have the fight and the organization that Chase Galaxy had. I think Chase Galaxy showed that with the hunger and the organization and the commitment, it's possible to beat Sundowns. It takes a lot of hard work. I'm sure those boys, the day after the game, they were still sleepy because they work so hard. And that's what you need to beat the Sundowns. So that's what I'm saying. On the day, it will be up to the Chiefs team if they're willing to fight. But for me personally, I still see Sundowns winning the game.
So you still think Sundowns will beat Chiefs?
Yes, I do.
On Saturday.
Yes, I still do.
Yeah, because what I've observed with the Sundowns Galaxy game, Galaxy applied a low block, and they were only relying on counter-attacks, which is speed. And I think Sundowns team of yesterday struggled with speed. But now Chiefs has a lot of speed with the front three, to Breeze, Dolly, and Billiard.
Yes, but do you think the Chiefs fans will be happy with Chiefs playing that low block? Because Galaxy, if they sit back and wait for that counter, they're a small team, it's fine. But Chiefs, they must go out and play also. So they're going to open up. I don't see Chiefs playing with the low, starting with the low block and waiting for a counter only. I think the team that also wants to play, especially now, I saw the last 2 games, they play nice, exciting football, which is nice football for Kaizer Chiefs brand, which is their brand. So I think for them, it doesn't suit them sitting back and just taking the punches from Sundowns and waiting for that one punch, I think players like Dolly, Dupree and Billard will be frustrated if they have to wait for that counter. Because Sundowns, they don't lose the ball as much. When they played Chess Galaxy, that's what helped Galaxy, because they were losing the ball in wrong areas. That also helped Galaxy to counter them. So if it happens, I don't think Kaizer Chiefs will wait for that to happen. So if Sundowns doesn't lose the ball much against the Kaizer Chiefs, I mean, you'll find Chiefs defending for 90 minutes. And I don't think it's the brand they want to play. They're a big team. The fans will be there. So it's very difficult for them to play that low block. So I see them opening up. And once they open up, I think Sundowns will definitely catch them.
So on Sundowns has a lot of players, especially at the moment, because I think they are yet to trim. I don't think the players that they have, they will go to the season with them. But they've got a lot of midfield. Based on the team they played last night, do you think that was the best Sundowns team you would have picked?
Well, which is the best Sundowns team to win? I think they rotated the team last season, but they still won the league. So, but I don't think, as you say, I don't think they found their first 11. As you saw, like we never saw Andile Charlie. Who I think was a very vital player in their team. So Domingo, Domingo and Debza. Between them, I don't know who's holding, who's attacking, because they're both attacking players, you know.
Yeah.
So I think a player like AJ is needed. So I think they're still playing around with the team.
Yeah.
You know, you saw Onyango at the back.
Brian.
Yes, and there was no Lebusa. You know, there's no Derek. Oh, he came back.
He played.
He came back.
It's Kekan. We haven't seen Grant.
Grant
Yeah.
was out. You know, so it's a bit tricky. You know,
Yeah.
I don't see them like going with that team throughout. And also, me personally, that team playing a team like against Galaxy or any team that plays a low block, I think you don't really need ball players. You need players who will make the runs behind, who will penetrate. You know, a Kapinga, who will run the defenders, and that boy, the boy from Ethiopia who came on, Nasir.
Yeah.
Players who will Serino.
Yeah.
I think playing a low block team, there's no use keeping the ball the whole time because they kept the ball 80% of the game. But Shalulile got one chance. There was a cross from Oprimudiba which he missed. You know, so first half there was nothing for Shalulile because they were playing in front of Chess Galaxy. So playing a team that has a low block, I think you need players who are willing to one-on-one eliminate. You know, to penetrate the team. You know, and so yesterday's game, I don't think they had that player. Shishi only had a long range shot, you know, from outside the box. And usually you find them Shishi going in the ball. I think with the team that was so organized, it was difficult for them.
Yeah.
And even when they go wide, they didn't cross.
Yes.
You know? Yeah. So it was difficult for them to create anything. First half, I don't think they created any chance. They only Shishi shooting and they saved.
Yeah.
You know? So, and second half, they only got through because also the game was gone for long and the Chess Galaxy was tired. Because defending the whole game is tiring. So I think that's why they only got those glimpses of the chances, you know. And yeah, well, for me, a team like Sundowns, I think the games that they're going to play, I think it's going to be difficult for them if they're going to go with the same players that keep the ball too much and don't have a penetrating player, you know. You can have Mbules, you can have Mshishi around you, you'll have a Sailor Mudau, or you'll have the players who they have.
Yeah.
I don't think they will penetrate for Shalulile like they were penetrating last season for him.
Yeah.
So it's going to be difficult for them also.
Yeah. But there's also one thing I'm observing, that Shalulile, they no longer put him in the box as a number 9. He's forever on the side. I don't know if it's a tactic or what, but he's hardly playing as a 9. He's more like a front winger.
Yeah. I think the reason is that if maybe you noticed against TX Galaxy, most balls which are played to his feet, it's difficult for him to maneuver it, to control it.
Yeah.
Every time you'd control it, will get there, they'll crowd him, you know.
Yeah.
He's not a typical number 9. So coming from the side is where he can make that chance he got when Mudiba played him on.
Yeah.
That late run, because every ball that goes on the opposite side is in the box. And that's where I think is dangerous. Unlike him playing with his back to goal, I think he's more of a runner than a holder of the ball. So I think that's how Sundowns want him to play.
To come from the side.
Come from the sides. Because him coming straight, they don't play those passes over the top or something. The diagonal balls, I think, work more for him, and that's how he was getting the goals last season.
Yeah. And yesterday, just lastly on Sundowns, towards the second half, they brought Ujadi and took out Mokwen. Going to Chiefs, would you start with Debza or would you start with AJ?
I think they will both start. I don't think Domingo had a good game. I think Debza, he was the one playing more. So he never had a bad game, you know. So I'll predict maybe they'll play with him and AJ.
Yeah.
Or they'll bring the young boy. Who's the young boy from development? Kulisi, maybe. So people who maybe they'll leave AJ alone and they'll put in someone who will penetrate than Debza, because Debza is also like a ball player.
Yeah.
But he gets into those boxes if he has someone behind him.
Yeah.
You know? I think when he was playing with Domingo, it limits him to go more. Because he has to also control the midfield.
Yeah.
So someone like AJ who controls it better, it will allow him to go forward. Or unless Sundowns wants to go with a more penetrating player like Mbule, maybe.
Yeah.
But I see Debza and AJ starting against Chiefs, especially Chiefs when they're coming from a good win like this.
Yeah.
I don't think Sundowns will also like go to Chiefs open guns.
Yeah.
I think they'll also be cautious. You know, it's gonna be a nice tactical game. And as I said, it's a game like this. It depends on the day how the players are feeling. You know, it's not about form or Chiefs 1-3 or Sundowns lost. So it's on the day how they're feeling. Yeah, so we'll see.
Yeah, and let's go to Kaizer Chiefs. I think so far their front three setting is what everybody expected. That the front three will be Dolly, Billiard, and Utupri. The middle field, the center middle field, the three in the middle. Who do you think they must go with? Because there is Cole. He played the first game. Second game he was dropped. They started with Matlou and then he got injured, and then there was Sitebe. Center middle field of Kaizer Chiefs, the three middle field. Who do you think will make them perform better?
I'm not sure about if Nange is available. And then there's the boy from Kukune.
Yusuf Mart.
Yes, there's Mart. I think they need someone who's going to know his role of holding the midfield. As I say, if you have three ball players, if you have a Sitebe, you have a Mart, and you have a Sitebe, Mart.
They had Matlou in the Maritzburg game.
Or Cole Alexandra, like all of them. If you have a Cole Alexandra, Matlou, Mart, Sitebe, I think with them, they are ball players. I think they need someone who will hold the midfield. You know, someone who's more like a Katsande. I think every team needs someone like that in the midfield. That's the modern football. That's what it's my opinion. I think any team can have any ball players. I think if a strong holding midfielder who win balls, who can also play comfortable on the ball, you know. I think also even teams like Man City, they have a Rodri there, they have a Fernandinho. You always need someone who's going to be marshalling the midfield, the Casemiro. You know, so with Chiefs, I don't know who plays that role. So for me, they were playing a Maritzburg who for me haven't settled. It's a new coach who's bringing new things to the team that doesn't have the players that he had at Royal AM or Celtic. So Maritzburg was very open. And it was very easy for Chiefs to, go through. But I don't see Chiefs going through easily than the Sundowns, who's more organized. You know? So, at Chiefs, I think someone will play that role. Maybe if a Mart can play that role, which I don't think suits him because he also likes to get forward. So, that role is very vital. You won't play Cole Alexandra there. You won't play Matlou there. You won't play Sitebe there. So it only leaves Mart. It's someone who more defensive holding, and he's comfortable on the ball. So I think if they assign Mart, to have that, to play that role, I think Chiefs will give Sundowns problems.
They will give them problems, but you still feel Sundowns won't lose.
I don't see Sundowns losing to Kaizer Chiefs. I don't think Kaizer Chiefs is a team that will, as I said, will be like a Galaxy. I think the only way to beat Sundowns is to play like a Galaxy. Is to wait, take the punches, and then wait for your one punch, and then take it. Because it was one counter. Overs went through, long range shot, Ronwen spills it, tap in. And then Sundowns had to open. Then after that, they also got TS Galaxy. Towards the end of the game, they got chances where, like, now it was a counter. Sundowns had to change the game, you know. But first half, Sundowns didn't create anything because there were 4-4-4. It was 4-4. It was 4-5-1. Galaxy. If the ball is this side, these wingers are back. That other one is cheating. There was a short young boy. Teto. If the ball is this side, Teto stays high with one. That's going to join him only. So that's how they play in Galaxy. So, but the Chiefs won't play that formation. So that's why I'm saying for them, that's the only way for me, that's the only way you'll have a chance
to beat them.
Unless you go pound for pound with them. A team like Royal AM for me will go pound for pound with them. Because when they do that, they are brave. They've got brave players. That's why they always give Sundowns problems, because they press them high, and when they have the ball, they keep the ball like a Sundowns. They penetrate. So a team like that can give Sundowns problems. I don't see Chiefs being ready now to go pound for pound for Sundowns. So it will be up to the coach if he's gonna play that low block for Kaizer Chiefs, which I doubt, or he's gonna go pound for pound, or he's gonna be a bit more defensive and then hope for the front three to make something happen, which is possible. If you have a Bilal and a Dolly and a Dupree, you know, which is possible.
Yeah.
So it's going to be a very interesting game.
Yeah, no, we're both looking forward to that one. And thanks for your insight, Laza. Let's talk about after the game and see. Talk after the game and see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Okay. Once again, thanks for joining us.
It's always my pleasure.
Okay, viewers, that was me and Tuso previewing the Mamelodi Sundowns versus Kaizer Chiefs at Loftus. It's a big one, but let's see what's going to happen. Thank you very much.